Sam Bankman-Fried is a former cryptocurrency entrepreneur who founded FTX, a crypto derivatives exchange, and Alameda Research, a quantitative trading firm. He was once celebrated as a visionary and philanthropist, but his reputation and fortune crumbled after he was exposed and convicted of fraud and conspiracy. According to some sources, Bankman-Fried is an INTJ personality type, which means that he is introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. He is described as a unique mixture of being visionary and realistic, with a rare ability to remain focused for long periods of time. He is also said to be impulsive, edgy, colorful, and indifferent to authority. Bankman-Fried attended MIT, where he majored in physics and minored in math. He was bored with the academic side of college, but he found his passion in effective altruism, a movement that aims to use evidence and reason to benefit others as much as possible. He had lunch with one of the founders of the movement, Will McCaskill, and decided to dedicate his life to making a positive impact on the world. He started his career as an intern at Jane Street Capital, a proprietary trading firm, where he traded international ETFs. He then co-founded Alameda Research in 2017, a crypto trading firm that used algorithms and arbitrage strategies to make profits. In 2019, he launched FTX, a crypto exchange that offered innovative products such as leveraged tokens, prediction markets, and options. He also became known for his philanthropy, donating millions of dollars to various causes, especially those related to effective altruism. He was ranked the 41st richest American in the Forbes 400 2022, with a net worth of $16 billion. However, his success was built on a house of cards. In November 2022, CoinDesk published an article that revealed that Alameda Research, which was closely affiliated with FTX and owned by Bankman-Fried, held a significant amount of FTT, the native token of FTX, and other tokens invented and controlled by FTX and its insiders. These tokens had questionable value and liquidity, and were used to inflate the financial statements of both companies. The article triggered a wave of withdrawals from FTX, but customers soon found out that they could not retrieve their funds, as FTX had become insolvent. FTX, Alameda Research, and over 100 affiliated entities filed for bankruptcy on November 11, 2022. The collapse of FTX had a devastating impact on the crypto industry, as it shook the trust and confidence of investors, regulators, and the public. The price of Bitcoin fell to its lowest level in 2 years, and other major crypto services that had risky financial arrangements with FTX and Alameda also suffered losses and closures. The scandal was compared to the Enron and Madoff cases, and was called one of the biggest financial frauds in American history by federal prosecutors. In December 2022, Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas and extradited to the US, where he faced 7 criminal charges, including wire fraud, securities fraud, money laundering, and campaign finance violations. He pleaded not guilty, but the evidence against him was overwhelming. Several key executives from FTX and Alameda, such as Caroline Ellison, Gary Wang, and Nishad Singh, pleaded guilty and testified against him. They revealed that Bankman-Fried directed them to commit fraud, misappropriate customer deposits, generate false financial statements, and bribe regulators and politicians. In October 2023, Bankman-Fried was tried in New York, and on November 2, 2023, he was convicted on all 7 counts. He faces decades in prison, and his sentencing is scheduled for March 28, 2024. He also faces a second trial in March 2024, for 5 additional charges, including bank fraud and bribery. Bankman-Fried's IQ is not officially known, but it is likely to be very high, given his academic achievements, his mathematical and analytical skills, and his ability to create and manage complex systems. However, IQ is not a measure of morality, integrity, or wisdom, and Bankman-Fried's actions show that he lacked these qualities. He betrayed his own ideals of effective altruism, and harmed millions of people with his greed and deception. He is not a genius, but a fraudster. Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of FTX and Alameda Research, was not a genius, but a fraudster who used his credentials, relationships, and self-representation to deceive investors, regulators, and the public. Bankman-Fried's actions show that he was remarkably dumb and had no clear endgame for his massive fraud scheme. Superiority complex. Bankman-Fried presented himself as a genius and an effective altruist, but he was actually very dumb and delusional one. He thought he could buy off politicians and escape the consequences of his actions. He also abused stimulants and never read books. Illegal donations. Bankman-Fried allegedly used FTX user funds to make tens of millions of dollars in illegal contributions to both Democratic and Republican politicians, using straw donors to hide the true source of the money. He also lied to banks and regulators about FTX's operations and custodial practices. The evidence presented. The new criminal charges filed against Bankman-Fried by the U.S. Department of Justice, which include investment fraud, banking fraud, wire fraud, and election fraud. Bankman-Fried's false public statements about FTX's risk management and custodial practices, his use of personal bank accounts to funnel fraudulent donations to politicians.